Welcome to Girls on Fire.
Hey guys, we're back, and I feel like it's been kind of a while, even though it's only been a month. I don't know.
No, it has felt like a while. I feel like we're recording a little bit later because Expo, and
Yeah.
also uh, it's already mid-October.
It's like already actually at the end of mid-October because it's like the 16th. By the time this comes out, it'll be like more towards the end. I don't know where this freaking year is going. It's flying by.
It's flying by. Also, I feel like we were at Expo for so long that it was like a wash of a week and a half.
Which Expo was, I guess we could just go ahead and start talking about it now. Expo
Yeah.
was so good, but it was so long.
I had such a good time, such a successful show. But when I tell you I felt like I lived there, like I packed my bags and I moved into Mohegan Sun. Like that was my home, is what I felt. I was like, time to go get my breakfast and like it was my home for a week.
Literally. And I mean, honestly, that's fair. It was, if you were there, you know how massive this casino and hotel was. So, like, you could technically have just moved in and, like, never got tired of the food options or doing things because there was so much to do. So, it's what you're saying is basically real life. We could have moved in there.
Moved in there. Well, I mean, I had a great show. What was like some of your highlights? I guess we can like talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I love to just see my clients, and like for this show, especially in the fall, this is when I meet a lot of them to like renew their advertising campaigns for next year. So we really get to kind of just recap this past year, see what's new on the horizon for them. So I love to like just have that time because it helps me do my job better. So that was always good. I loved the YP party, so we'll talk about that for a second. I think it was our biggest one in attendance, which was awesome. I
Sure,
think
we ran out of cups.
I know there were like I think 120-ish people there, give or take, based on the things that we passed out and all of that. So that was awesome. So I wanted to say a big thank you again to our sponsor, Prescott's. They are basically like our official YP sponsor, but it was such a good party, and the venue was so cool too. It was just like in this. If you weren't there, it's like this back. Like I don't even know, like kind of was like a speakeasy kind of vibe it gave me.
Yeah, it was an Irish pub, so it was already kind of like dim lighting, really cool decor. The bar was awesome. Um, but yeah, like it was like kind of hidden off in the back, so we felt like VIPs.
We really did. So that was really cool. And we only have them go for like an hour, and I always feel like an hour is not enough, but I'm pretty sure everybody, John and Kristen, would kill me if I tried to push it longer than an hour. But no, it was great. I can't wait. We already have it, well, not planned, but we will be doing another one in the spring like we typically do. So we'll have to figure out what that's gonna be. But really, really good party. It was fun.
Yeah, no, that was so fun. I feel like it was the busiest expo. There was just so much like going on. For me personally, I do reverse expo every fall expo, and that was John tells me that it's the same length of time every year, and he's lying. It was 2.5 hours this year. It's usually 2 hours. I had 19 appointments.
I
It
was
was
gonna It was longer because I thought, what do you normally have, like 15 or?
yes, like 14. I was like, it's always this long. I'm like, John, no, it's not. But I just love doing that. And I also love going to like, I haven't been to Connecticut ever, first of all, but through work either. So like hitting a new region of the country, I was also shocked with how nice everyone was.
Yes, everyone was really nice.
We're from the South. I'm used to like Southern hospitality. They're so nice up there.
True, and you always hear like the whole like northerner people are kind of like a little bit tougher, but everyone was nice there.
Well, I said it to Diane, our accountant, who's from Connecticut, and she goes, "It's because it's not winter yet." And I was like,
True. I guess we'd have to catch up and see if it was the same if we were there then.
"No," but everyone was so nice, and like, I don't know, I had a great show.
It was. I did want, since today we're going to be talking a little bit about networking, guys, and just the importance of it and what it's done, I feel like, for us in our careers and how it can help you guys when you put yourself out there a little bit more. But, Kristen, For the reverse expo, can you just talk about the process a little bit and how that helps you with your job and networking with those people that are there?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically speed dating, but professionally. And so you have it's either 7 or 8 minute quick appointments with decision makers of hospitals, and you get to make a wish list. So I kind of get to pick who I priority want to speak to, but all of them are great opportunities to get in front of, and you still get the full list afterwards either way. As someone that's a young professional, sitting down in front of someone who has a $20 million budget can be a bit intimidating. My first one, I was so nervous, but I thrive in that kind of environment. I mean, it's honestly fun and it flies by. Like you blink and it's over, and you're like, how was that 2.5 hours? But I think it's so important to put yourself in those kinds of situations that even if you're not necessarily comfortable with doing something like that, it really does like prep you to get better with your not only like pitch, but also just like doing something that's out of your comfort zone and really like proving to yourself that you can do it.
Yeah, and I feel like those relationships that you're making with those influential people that are part of the Reverse Expo is so key. And like you wouldn't have that experience if you like you wouldn't maybe you wouldn't be able to get in front of those people if you didn't do that, you know?
Yeah, face to face is always better, and having a set appointment time is so much easier. And even though it's so quick, like luckily I had a booth in the exhibit hall, so I could be like, we didn't get to finish our conversation, come by the booth, or obviously I have my business card. Let's set it, like I've already set 2 meetings from Reverse Expo this week. So it
Wow.
really is so beneficial. It's just madness though. You're like running around sweating. I'm like, what's going on? And you hear John with his jingle bells. I'm like, this is crazy. But no, I feel like if you have the opportunity to do it, like it's so, so beneficial.
Yeah, I think that's really good to hear. And we'll talk a little bit more about like putting yourself out there later in the episode. But I just wanted to point that out because I think that's a big one that you do and so beneficial for HTM jobs. So that's awesome that you get to experience that.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Well, should we do a little moments of joy and then we'll get into the topic?
Yeah, moments of joy. I feel like
um,
I have so many.
okay. Yeah, I know. And mine will not be Starbucks this time, guys.
Again, let it be Starbucks if you want it to be.
Haven't had it this week. I don't know. Oh, first off, I have not had any actual real caffeine in a really long time. I've like kind of quit caffeine and I went to decaf coffee and maybe I'll have a little bit of Diet Coke here or there, but I really tried to cut it out. And I think I'm gonna go back on the sauce soon because I need
I was
it.
gonna say that's so impressive. Like, I don't necessarily need coffee. Like, I don't think caffeine has this like overwhelming effect on me, but like my serotonin levels when I get a nice latte goes through the roof.
Right. And I kind of tricked myself because I just like the taste of coffee. So I drink decaf anyways. But this is like a just, we didn't really need to go off the rails on this at all. But I'm just letting you guys know it's July, I think. And today I came in and I'm just tired. And I think that I need to go back on it for maybe a minute. But I gotta tell you, my anxiety's been better, my head from not being on it, but I'm tired. So
Have you ever had matcha?
I've tried it before, but I've never drank it consistently.
It's like a cleaner's not the right word, but like less intense caffeine. So it's like consistent throughout the day versus like you get like caffeine and then crash from coffee. But I feel like iced coffee doesn't make me crash. Espresso makes me crash. So like maybe just wean in coffee, try matcha, maybe like a chai tea, like something like that.
Oh, so chai tea has caffeine in it?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So good.
I'll try that. That is a good
Like
idea.
Christmas. Christmas in a cup. It's so good.
Okay, deal. I'll try that. Well, like I said, that's not my moment of joy. But Kristen, you hit us with a moment of joy.
Okay, I have a couple, so I'll just go through all of them. First was like I love being with you guys in person at Expo. That's my honestly favorite part is hanging out. And I feel like even though we were there for ages, it was a lot of like downtime to hang out kind of thing. Like we went to Tao to dinner the
Was that
first night, which like spread my ashes there. Love that place. So like that was great. And then like the last night, I feel like we had a lot of good quality time. So like that's just always a moment of joy. Eating a slice of pizza in the casino, like
oh,
what
and me, you, Kennedy, and Emily just literally sharing a moment on a bench.
we had literally donuts and pizza. What more could you ask? And then my other moment of joy is other than our podcast, which is obviously my favorite. I got to see one of my other favorite podcasters on Sunday, and I just love a Sunday fun day. So we got t-shirts made. I was like a little celebrity running around. People were like, "Oh my God, love your t-shirt." So that was a lot of fun, and just a great moment of joy for me.
That's so fun. No, I agree. I like, I think I said it at the conference. I literally love when our whole team gets together at the show. Well, pretty much our whole team. We still had some people back at our offices, but it's just, we just had the best time, you know? Like, I feel like we all really get along. Like, none of us ever, like, we don't, like, I swear, guys, I'm not just saying this, like, none of us have any, like, weirdness
No.
with each other. Like, we're all just friends. Yeah, we're coworkers, but we're all friends too. So it's so much fun to hang out and just spend time together, and we laugh about the dumbest the
And we just
whole.
make more and more memories. Like we recap, like we had an hour long car ride to the airport, and we would just like sit in silence for a minute because we are so tired, and then someone would just be like, "Hey, you guys remember when?" And then we just start going and dying laughing.
Yeah, no, actually, one of my moments of joy from the conference was the last night after the party. Me, you, Kristen, Jamie, John, Rob, Bundick, geez,
Edwin.
Edwin from Virtus, and Sydney was there, and Carly. We all went to the craps table because this is Rob, John, and now Kristen's favorite game to play.
Look,
And
I don't know anything. I'm
no,
just a roller.
no, but Kristen is an excellent roller. Like, she can make some people some money at the craps table.
Oh, I walk up, my first two rows, trash. This poor little man who was definitely Greek. I was like, "Are you Greek?" I'm like, "Papu?" And he was like, "Get her out of here. Get her out of here." I'm like, "Sir, I'm just trying to help." And then 5 minutes in, I go, "You like me now?" Because I was making him tons of money.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's just okay, like you said, I think it was me, Sydney, Jamie, and Carly. We were just like the cheering squad behind, but this is the second time we've watched them. The last time was in Vegas watching them play this, and it's so fun. I have no idea what's going on. What do you yell? Not YOLO. What is it?
Yeah, yeah, yo,
Yeah,
yo, yo. No, not yo, yo. Is it yo,
something.
yo?
I don't know. People that play craft are like yelling at us right now. Like, it's
Oh,
this.
you just go, yo.
Yo, and like it's just so the whole experience is fun, and like John will be like, okay, we need a 212, 212, and I'm like, okay, and then if you get it, we're like, yeah. We have
Heart
no
10,
idea.
heart 10. I'm like,
It's so funny and like just fun. I think it's just like the experience of it all. But I guess, anyways, I have no idea what's going on during crafts, but it was really fun, and that was like one of my highlights from last week. I just enjoy it so much.
same. We need to learn before. Luckily, we keep going to casinos for some reason. So Temecula,
Yes.
we can learn how to do it by then. Because I want to start betting. Watching me win all these people money, I'm like, why am I not winning any?
Yeah, and shout out to our friend Edwin. That was, I think, was that his first time playing or just his first time playing with them?
First time playing, and I'm gonna call him out. He texted me the next morning and said, "Dude," he texted me this word for word, "Dude, we are so rich." And then he sent me a video of like easy tactics for craps, like how to win the most money on craps. I was like, I fear we have locked a new addiction for you.
Oh my gosh, that was joy right there. Like I have fun watching you, Rob and John play, but like adding him in, like that, I was cry laughing the entire time. I don't know. It was a great experience, guys. So, anyways, that was my moment of joy.
Same.
um,
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, let's go into our hot topic.
Hot topic.
Found our article for this month that we're going to go over. Like I had mentioned, it's on networking. So, Kristen, if you kind of want to talk to us about what's in this article a little bit.
I feel like in the first few episodes of Girls on Fire, we talked a little bit about like networking and trade shows, but I feel like we've gained a lot of followers. And
Yeah.
shout out everyone at Expo, new followers. Thanks for coming along. But it's just like the top 5 reasons to network, and like they're kind of obvious, but I feel like we can like talk through each one on like our own personal experiences, not only from Expo, but just in general. So the first reason is shared knowledge. The ability to share knowledge and expertise allows you to build your own toolbox of information that you can use within your own career.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious, but like I'm a room ambassador at Expo, which like I kick off the education classes. And even though I don't need continuing education and I don't know anything they're talking about, sometimes it's fun to sit in them and like learn something that I don't know much about. And it really does help, like, even though I'm not a biomed and I will never learn or fix equipment, it helps me understand just the community in like greater detail and understand like how I can help the community in the part that I play.
Right. And I do a lot of sales meetings when we're at our shows to meet with vendors that are there and that sort of thing. So, like I mentioned earlier, I get to sit down with my clients, and that helps me understand their needs better. And there's nothing like in person talking to, someone. It's so hard sometimes over email or even on a phone call to like try to tell somebody like what you mean and all that. It's just, I feel like it's so much easier to explain like what you got going on, learn more about what they have going on just in person. So that is super helpful when we're at the shows.
I agree. The second one is boost professional confidence. I think just how we were talking about at Reverse Expo, like doing something like that really, like you walk away from it like my heart's like racing. I'm like, that was so amazing. Like it just like it really does give you an extra pep in your step. Even if like two of the meetings don't go how you want, that's still 17 that went really well, kind of thing. So I think just even being in that environment just gives you a new sense of confidence.
Yeah. And so Jeff from AIV, shout out to Jeff, he
New
told me
follower.
he told me he's a new follower, and he gave me the sweetest compliment while we were at the show. I'm not even going to say it because it was just like so sweet and nice and kind. And I feel like getting to see, like, I feel like that's where you like build those friends. Like, Jeff's not even my client, he's Jamie's client, but he's like a friend of mine. And like, we've built this like fun, weird relationship where like we just like, I sat down at their renewal meeting because I wanted to catch up with him. Like I feel like
Yoda and Shrek.
I feel like that's the kind of relationships that you want to have because that means that A, they're going to trust you if they want to buy from you, or buy from our company in general in the future. Or two, I feel like when you're like in person and like you like can be like, oh, hey, do you remember this time we did that? Or like you just build on that relationship so much. So I don't know. I love going to our shows, not only our shows, but all of our industry shows that we get to go to.
I agree. And I think too, like from the even like the attendee side, like if you are a biomed coming to our shows, like it'll boost your confidence because you're walking around the exhibit hall hearing all these new ideas. And like I feel like we always preach like you guys did such a good job even getting here. Like coming here just shows so much about who you are as like a worker, an employee, a person. So even if you're just like walking the floors, I feel like that's a confidence boost because it's like look at me like advancing in my career and like professionally.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort to get to these shows and everything, and time and money. And, like, I don't think anybody takes that lightly. So they definitely like feel like you're serious if you're there. Like you said, they want to better themselves.
Yeah. The next one is presents you with career opportunities, but networking just like allows you to expand your network. As Sydney always says, your net worth is your network. So, I mean, for HTM Jobs, we have a booth. So if you needed a new career opportunity and you're at MD Expo, that's what we're here for. But the amount of people that come by and they're like, well, here's my boss, so can't really talk to you. I'm like, that's fine. Oh my, keep going, but it just in career opportunities too, not even in the sense of like switching jobs, but you can go back to your leadership and be like, this is some great ideas I learned at expo or any trade show or any networking ability, like, and it just shows that you have leadership skills and you're able to like advance in your career even within your organization already.
Yeah, I did want to point out, like at this MD Expo, we had a lot of students join, which I thought was awesome. So they were already making connections with companies and other attendees that were there, and they were starting out so early in their career, that hasn't even started yet, which is awesome. So they're having all these opportunities already that maybe they could be like, hey, I met you at the New England MD Expo. I'd love to talk with you if you have an open position, just things like that. So that's awesome to see.
Yeah, they were so great, like great social skills. They came to our, every single one came to our booth, spoke to us face to face. They were so amazing. Shout out Carol Davis Smith. She brought all of her students and they were phenomenal.
I know. Oh, she's great. We love Carol.
She's the best. And her little huskies were fantastic. The next one is grows a network of resources, reaching out to your professionals, field experts, thought leaders, and more allows you to expand your network of career resources and knowledge. Duh.
Yeah,
It's pretty self-explanatory.
talk about that.
And then the last one is develop long-lasting relationships. Just like we said, like I feel like not only at our shows, but any show, like you start to see the same faces as you were saying, and like you're like, oh my gosh, you remember last time when this happened? And it really is just like so fun to look back on and just like talk about these fun times. And then you see them again, and like whether it's 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, it's like time hasn't passed because you have these long-lasting relationships.
That's one of the reasons why we created YP at ND, because it's fun. Like Kennedy and I were talking about how, our first one was in Baltimore, fall 2019, at this like place called Pickles Pub, and like look where we're at now. And it's just awesome because I've been friends with some of these people that went 5 years ago to that first event, and I might have not ever really got to talk with them or meet them if that never started, so that like it just, if you need a place to start, I'm not just like saying YPMD because like it's ours, I'm saying it because I really feel like you will meet other people than just the MD publishing employees there that are just like you in some mind frame. And I think it's just great to connect with people you're like similar to your age, because you're going through a lot of the same things or struggles or whatever, and just you go to these shows and you want to see somebody that and you have a friend that you could like go to dinner with or grab a drink with or whatever, just say hi to. So I feel like that is just so much more easier when you have someone like that.
No, I agree. And like at the finale party, we all were standing around and we're like, oh, my first YP event was Tampa. And like Clint was like, mine was too. Like that's where we were and you and Kennedy were saying Baltimore, and so was Webb. So it was just fun to like go around and even just talk about like the first one where we all met each other. Cause like you said, that's 4 or 5 years ago. That's crazy.
I know. Time flies when you're having fun.
Time surely does fly when you're having fun.
Well, I did want to mention we do have one more networking opportunity this year. It's going to be at our HTM Mixer in Lexington, Kentucky, November 15th through 16th. So registration is open. If you can join us, it's going to be awesome. I know that first night they're doing like a bourbon tasting that we're going to have, and like bluegrass.
Bluegrass.
Yeah,
Hmm.
thing. That's going to be really cool. So that will be fun. You have to see. Kristen, you're going, right?
Oh yeah, it's driving distance, and there's a Bucky's on the way.
Oh,
So I'm gonna make John Creed go to his first ever Bucky's.
you'll have to video that one. That will be something we will have to share with the class.
He's gonna be so scared, but like I cannot wait. And also, at all the social media that I've been seeing of people being like, "Free bourbon, don't tell my boss." Like it's so funny. Like I think it's gonna be such a fun event.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I'm excited. We'll both be there. A lot of our MD Expo team will be there, so it'll be a good time. So we'll see you then. And you can go to htmmixer.com to register. And I think that is it. I feel like I don't know. That might be the last thing going on for this year.
Yeah, we'll have a guest next month.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we don't know who yet. We'll let you know.
Yeah, we have some in mind. But if there's anybody that you can think of too, make sure you add in the comments. And guys, I'm always looking for new ideas for YP at MD. Of course, we have Girls on Fire, and we have our, our LinkedIn groups and Instagram page, and we do all the parties, and we have 40 under 40. But we're always looking to expand and do something new. So if you ever have any ideas of anything, I'd love to hear them. You could drop them in the comments, or you could always shoot me a message on LinkedIn or email me. But always looking for ideas to grow YP.
Hey, YP retreat.
That's a great idea.
And we can like somehow work it in like, oh, we should go to the Hawaii State Association and do a YP event there.
Gosh, that would be so fun. Probably a little off the walls, but definitely fun, I'm sure.
Girl math, I will justify anything.
No,
Right.
for sure. That sounds like a great idea. We'll bring that up to John.
Yeah, right. Jamie's been trying to get the Aruba list forever.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was right before COVID when the world went crazy, like literally right at the beginning of March, right before COVID, like really took off here in the US. That was like our last hurrah, and then it just went to hell, guys.
To be quite honest with you.
Okay, well, I got nothing else, Kristen. Are you all set for this episode?
I'm all set. Great, great month of October. Love seeing everyone in person. And we'll see everyone in person next month. Oh my God. Okay.
Hey, it's really exciting. So we'll see you in like, I don't know, a month, right? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Literally a month from today.
Yeah, that's exciting. So we'll see you guys in Kentucky, and look out for who we have on the podcast next month, guys. It will be fun. We'll see you all soon. Bye.